Hey everyone, Red here. Welcome to the 2000 member special video from my Discord server. The World of Curses Discord server reached 2,000 members a while back. It's at 2.5k right now when I'm recording this, so I'm a little late, but it's fine. And so we are going to be doing two things in this video. We're going to be doing a questions and answers segment, and I'm also going to show off a new move we've added for the 2K special, but we're going to do it at the end, so watch to the end if you want to see that, because first we're going to get into the questions and answers segment of the video, so let's get into it. The first question is from Ren, who asks, why in the name of God do you make add-ons not targeted at retarded 9-year-olds, which is like 100% the Minecraft Bedrock community? You could be a millionaire. The first reason is that I want to make something fun, and targeting my add-on towards 9-year-olds will make it unfun for everyone else. Most people, or most of the 9-year-olds, like fucking Blocks Fruit players, you know who I'm talking about, they have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to game balance. But a lot of them actually prefer to throw away game balance in favor of anime accuracy, just because that's what makes sense to them. In the anime, Gojo can like toss Jogo around like he's a little pebble, so why shouldn't he be able to do that in game? But others just want the game to be unbalanced, specifically so they can win every time by using some busted fucking character. When I was a little pea-brain 9-year-old, I did not give a fuck about whether the game I was playing was fair or not. I just wanted to win. And that's why I used to play AUT, Fight Me. That game sucks. I would rather have fewer but more competent players than have a larger number of players that are all brain damaged. And oh my god, some suggestions that I've seen for this add-on really push that point forward. But the second reason is that even if I wanted to, I physically cannot target my add-on towards the 9-year-olds. Because besides being attracted to shitty game balance like a goddamn magnet, they also love flashy visual effects. Go into Blocks Fruits, the strongest battlegrounds, Jujutsu Shenanigans, any other fighting game on Roblox with a gazillion concurrent players, and tell me what you see. Is it people swinging their 15 poly swords with a 2-step animation? No. Is it people shooting each other? No, it's people running around throwing out moves that generate gazillions of particles every time you use them and make your phone heat to 1 million degrees Celsius. And I am not the one who designs the visual effects on the dev team. I've made one particle for my entire life, and it was for Scary Monsters. If you remember when Scary Monsters released, you are like a Vietnam veteran, dude. You are old as hell. Let's move on though. The second question is from Dacitrus, I hope I pronounced that right, I'm sorry, who asks, are you ever going to update World of Stands again, or will it never happen? Nope. The most you can do is downgrade to 1.20.60, or pray some random Joe makes a fan patch. But the last 3 times people said I will make a fan patch, nothing happened. A lot of add-on developers will speak big and put out either dog ass or nothing at all. Even I'm guilty of that sometimes. Be careful who you listen to. Overall though, I wouldn't expect anything from World of Stands pretty much ever again. Go use StanDisk and pair the Bizarre World up with it. Both of those mods are amazing, and I love them. I love them. Third question is from Assfish, who asks, what is the next moveset after Mahito? For this one, I'm not sure at the moment, but I'll go into more detail on this one in the last question I answer to maybe give you some more insight and have you be able to make an educated guess. Well, relatively educated guess. Whatever. Alright, next question is from Huntony, who asks, when blocking gets added, how will it work? This one, I don't really have an idea for. Right now, the planned prototype is just a skill on a 3-second cooldown that lasts 1 second. That makes moves unable to hit you, will make some moves unable to hit you. Hollow Purple will still fucking decimate you. And it also makes you unable to use moves during it, but It may evolve over time. I don't know if it's close to balanced, and I don't know if it's close to fun. So it'll probably end up changing from that. But next question is from ZDead, who asks, are you planning to add every character that can throw hands, or just the important ones? Definitely just the important ones. Managing every moveset is quite time consuming, and that only gets amplified the more movesets we add. Every time Mojang breaks something, I have to fix that issue for every single moveset it applies to. So if they break items again, I have to fix every single item. There are around 8 items for every moveset on average. 1 for charge, 1 for cease energy, and 6 for moves. If there are 3 characters or around 24 items, it's fine. I could deal with that. But if we had 20 characters, that would be 160 plus items. I would rather kill myself. No! And that doesn't count items for ultimate modes like Maharaga. Insane. Next question is from Doobie, who asks, do you prioritize fun or balancing? Fun takes the cake 1 gazillion% of the time. Prime example, Unlimited Void. I do not believe for a fucking second that domain is balanced. But is it fun to just beat the shit out of your opponents while they're stuck in place? Hell yes. Balancing is really, really important, but at the end of the day, games are made for the player to have fun. So if you're playing a game and you aren't having fun, what reason do you have to not quit and do something more entertaining? I mean, I'm sure Souls RNG players can't answer that question, but still, it's perfectly valid. Next question is from Shrug Emoji, who asks, what was/is your favorite part of the mod, and your least favorite part? My favorite part is definitely the combos you can pull off of some characters. They're designed in a way so that they won't work on 100% of the time unless you're using a completely combo-focused character, and even then you gotta move fast to pull them off, but when you do manage to pull them off, it can be pretty satisfying. One of my personal favorite combos is Chokehold into Rampage into Black Flash Blitz, which is absolutely nowhere near true, but it's really nice to land. My least favorite part is honestly either the PvE or the tutorials. Having a more interactive tutorial where the player has to show they understand the mechanics by actually doing them is a really good way to accelerate the player onboarding experience, but I just don't know how to do that right now, and so we just have books, which kind of stink. As for PvE, that's more of a personal bias. I've always hated Minecraft's PvE and survival, vanilla or modded. It's always felt blocks fruits-ish when it came to the grind. 15 minutes killing bandits, then 15 killing monkeys, versus 15 mining diamonds, then 15 mining netherite. Same fucking thing. Next question is from Wires, who asks, are more long-range movesets planned? Yes. Mahito has some skills that work well in mid to long range, and if we ever add Nobara, that will be long range as well. Although both of those are going to be a lot more skill based than Megami is. Megami is a long range moveset based around introducing new players to the game with a moveset that is easy to play and easy to learn, and he does not profit much from skill. Mahito, I'm fairly sure, will profit a lot from skill, and I think Nobara would too, but we have zero plans to make her, so I can't really speak on that much. Next question is from Trix, who asks a similar question. You think adding a moveset that's like close range but doesn't move at Mach 10 would be good? Yes! It's just that there aren't many options for this since everyone in Jujutsu Kaisen is a crackhead. Nanami is a good example. Maybe Choso, although he'd probably be good in mid-range as well as close range of things like Piercing Blood, so not really the best example ever, and that's it really. Next question is from Ems, who asks, have you ever, like have thought you ever, think about the you doing have you? Sure, man. Next question is from Pervert? Bro, what? Fuck. They ask, why JJK of all anime to add? The answer to that is very simple. I have not watched many anime, but Jujutsu Kaisen remains my favorite out of what I've seen. The power system is incredible. The character arcs go kind of crazy when they actually happen. Megami got done so dirty, bro. And it has a lot of fighting game potential since a lot of the characters have different styles of combat. Next question is from Child Annihilator. Please, can we have normal names for 1 second? Well, they ask, which character do you think you design the best, and which do you think you design the worst? I think the best is either going to be Sukuna, or honestly the new Mahito. Pretty much every single one of Sukuna's moves is top tier, and if someone with half a brain cell uses him, they do really well. Like, Blazing Arrow / combo and Malevolent Shrine can all be used both offensively and defensively. We're going to add a new Sukuna move this update that I think is really good as well, but you'll see what that is when it releases. As for Mahito, I just think Mahito is basically what we tried to do with Gojo, but 10 times better. Gojo is meant to be a little more versatile than he is, and sort of evolved into a completely different character than he was ever meant to be, but don't get your hopes up for a rework, because I still think he ended up pretty good, besides his beatdown. That's getting replaced eventually. As for Mahito, he works well at both close and mid-range, and right now in the testing server, he doesn't really have any good combo starters, but that will change. He has a bunch of abilities which can knock people back, and someone should bring people closer, meaning he's really good at controlling the distance between him and his opponent. So if he needs to heal, he can knock the opponent back, and if he wants to go on the offensive, he can do that, but he's not as good at either range as other movesets. Like, he's good at close range, but not Yuji good at close range. And he's good at long range, but not Megumi good at long range, if you get what I mean. It's just like in the perfect sweet spot right now, but I don't want to leak that, so let's move on. The worst designed moveset, I'd have to say, was 100% Hikari before the domain rework. But if you mean the worst designed moveset that is currently in game, Wee Wee. Fuck Wee Wee. Yuta is a close second, but he's getting buffed. Next question is from Ren again, who asks, what do you think makes a fighting game good, and why is it not whatever the fuck Battleground games are doing? Before I get into that first point, let me just say, Battleground games I actually don't think are literally Satan, they just aren't for me. I don't like high stun combat where people can take away all your health the second you mess up once. I think mistakes should be allowed without you instantly losing for making them. And no, that's not a skill issue thing. Imagine taking an exam in school, forget to carry the 4 once, and getting immediately expelled and beaten by your parents. That makes no sense. Now, on to the actual question. I think what makes a fighting game good is a fun experience for both players, obviously, but the thing I consider second most important is allowing playstyle variety. Letting people play how they want is really important, because some people prefer a more relaxed experience, and some prefer to sweat their asses off for a combo that does 1% more damage than normal. And allowing playstyle variety lets both those exist at the same time. If you want to have a relaxed experience, play Gojo or Megami, which both allow you to take your time with things, play cautiously, and plan things out mid-fight. If you want to sweat your ass off, play Sukuna or Toji, where you can literally do circles around your opponent and be on their screen less than half the time. But it's also important to find balances in between the extremes of things. Like if you want to play relaxed but not too relaxed, try Yuta. And if you want to sweat your ass off but not too much, try Yuji. Playstyle variety is one of the hardest parts of balancing though. I don't think I've done a perfect job at it, but the update after Mahito, maybe I'll try a more unique moveset. And the last question for today, how do you usually plan out an update? Like, what do you think about first when making them? The first thing I think about is related to the last question. What playstyle should I make the new moveset? After I do that, I basically just go onto the Jujutsu Kaisen wiki and scroll through the characters page until I find one that matches that playstyle. For example, let's say Mahito just released and I need to add something new. These are all the movesets that offer a relaxed playstyle. These are all the movesets that offer a sweaty playstyle. And these are all the movesets that combine a mix of the two. Seems like we have a shortage of that last one. There are only 2 that really focus on that. So let's go into the JDK Wiki's character page and just scroll until we see someone to fit that playstyle. Here we can see NANAMI, who would fit that well with a more tactical but close range playstyle. Higuruma could also fit that well, but he doesn't have that much stuff he could do and wouldn't end up having many moves. So for now I'll pass. Jogo could be good for it, having close and long range fire attacks, and the same applies to Choso. Now I have those to choose from, but we added Mahito last update who already fits into the playstyle, so maybe I want something else this update. Let's try a more sweaty moveset, someone who could work better at close range to blitz like Toji. Maki could work, but what would her moveset even be? I'll pass until I get some ideas for that. Toto has potential for confusing enemies and good teamwork. That's a good option. Naoya is an extremely good option. Since his entire gimmick is being fast as hell, he would probably fit the blitz playstyle best out of anyone here. And Kashimo is a good choice too. And so after all that, I have 6 choices. NANAMI, Jogo, Choso, Toto, Naoya, and Kashimo are all really good candidates for the next update. But if I search some more, I'm sure I could find even more that would work. But who will I add out of these options? Whichever one of those I like the most. Fight me. That's it for the Q&A though, so let's showcase the new move now. Alright, so this is the new Yuta move, Cursed Overflow. It replaces Thin Icebreaker. The concept for this move was by Doobie and it won with 8 likes. So yeah, let's just get into it. Yeah, it has 3 variants in total. The first variant is just a basic dash attack with 0.75 second wind up. And that will stun for 1 second. The second variation of the move is activated by boosting and then using the move. So you use your boost and then you use Cursed Overflow. And Rika will appear and basically just slap you towards the nearest enemy, and you will go flying straight through them. The final variation of the move is you have to activate but not use your M1 Black Flash and then use Cursed Overflow, and this will make your katana break, and then you do a Black Flash and Rika gives you a new katana. It's pretty cool. Then Rika gives you a new sword. It's a pretty cool move, I think. It did kind of technically break the rules because I said make 1 move for the contest, not 3. But he just made 1 move of 3 variants, but honestly, it was a pretty cool idea, so I'm gonna allow it. No.